Hey Fit Like YouTube, welcome back to another episode of the Black Pearl. I'd like to thank all the people that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much appreciated. And thanks for tagging along. And hopefully you'll be able to give me some tips and pointers on my way. But back to this, I'm not sure if I'm going to go for a 3 island theme or a 2 island theme. I think it's going to probably be a 3 because I think 2's just leaving just too much bare bottom. Really, it's not really a good balance. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this centre island that I've created here, as I'm not really digging it. It's alright, but I don't like it as much as the other two, so I think I might work on that again. But here we go, this is the start of the big fill. So just turned on my RO unit and I'm going to get this tank filled up. Didn't take too long because I've got 150 gallons per day RO unit, so 36 hours later and it was full like. So I'm just going to let this rock soak away in the RO water to get as much phosphate, nitrates, etc. leaking out of the rock as possible. In the end I decided to take that centre island out. I just didn't like it enough for it to stay, so I'm going to maybe try and build something better. Okay, but 60 hours later and this water is absolutely stinking. I mean, it is really bad. So I'm going to do a 100% water change and start all over again with fresh RO water, because it's really honking, really bad. Okay, so emptied the tank. Only took a matter of minutes with the valves and that I've got hooked up, so that was handy. I've turned on the RO unit again, so time to fill this bad boy up again. Okie dokie, so finally full again. I'm just going to do the same again. Just I've got some pumps running this time, get a bit of flow and blast some rubbish off the rocks, and I'll leave this for maybe about 3 or 4 days, and then I'll change the water again. Okay, so here I'm kind of toying with the idea of how I'm wanting this aquascape to look. I mean, I've got the structures, that's fine, but I'm just trying to create depth of field and like a focal point, and do you know what I mean? Just trying to arrange this rock so that it kind of looks good. So I'm not sure. Just playing about just now with the 2 island theme. But there's still lots of crap coming off this rocks just now. Lots of debris settling on the glass bottom, which is good because I'll soak all that out once I do a water change. So just got a couple cheap Kralia pumps and I'm just blasting the rock just now. But yeah, I was looking at this 2 rock structure, but I think it definitely needs a little centre island of some sort. It just doesn't look right to me anyway, so I'm going to get busy and create another island. I'm kind of thinking I'm wanting to create an island a bit like Poda Island. It's in Thailand. I really like the way that island looks, so I'm going to try and emulate that on a smaller scale, obviously, but just to sit in the middle. Okay, so I did another water change, and this is me just starting to fill the tank up again, and I've created that Poda Island from Thailand. That's it in the centre there. I really like that. I think it looks much better in it. I don't know about you, but I think it kind of creates a bit of depth to the aquascape. And I think once the sand bed gets in, I think it will look a lot better as well. And it still leaves me lots of room for corals that I can put on the sandbed and stuff, but without cluttering up the sandbed, because I don't want it all cluttered up. The other thing I did was the island on the right, it was just too high. It really left me very little room for corals to put on the top, because I was kind of needing maybe about 15 to 25 centimeters from the top of the rock to the water surface for SPS corals. With that island, I think I only had like maybe about 3 inches or something, 2 inches maybe. So I took off that rock, and that's what I used to kind of create the middle Poda Island, I call it. So yeah, it's worked out good. I've finally dug out my MP40. I used to have 2 of these Vortec MP40s on my last tank, but I sold one of them. I'm planning on selling this one as well, because after having this tank empty, me and the wife have got used to the living room being quite quiet, so this pump just not going to fit the bill, because I don't care what you say, Vortex, they make a blooming noise. Like, I mean, you get used to it, don't get me wrong, you do get used to it, and then eventually you don't really notice it that much, but I've just turned this on and I've got it perfectly lined up, so there's no problems with it not being lined up properly, but it's doing my head in already, so I'm just not having it. It's going to be sold off on eBay probably, unless anybody sends me a message on Facebook or whatever and tells me they want it, they can have it. Well, obviously for a price, like, I'm not giving it away. I stuck the MP40 controller here just so it's nicely out of the way, so that's fine. One of the things with doing this little test runs and stuff is I've noticed a potential disaster. Basically, if I have the water level in this auto top off tank, if I have it higher than the water level of my sump, basically when the auto top off switches off, the water that's in the auto top off tank, because it's higher, it creates like a siphon, so it continually puts RO water into the sump until it gets to the same level in the auto top off tank as what the water level is in the sump. So that could have potentially been a flipping disaster. I've had salt water and everything all set up and going, like. So I'm glad I noticed that just now. One other thing I was going to ask is, you know the return hose section here, do you have to have that on this end, or can I stick that anywhere in the sump? Okay, so basically that's the aquascaping done. This is the way the tank's going to stay now. I'm going to get some salt into here shortly, maybe in another couple of days. I'm going to add salt, get it all salty water, let that sit for a couple of weeks, then I'll do a 100% water change, fill it up again, fresh salt water, then I'll begin the cycle. But I'm really pleased with the way it looks now, and I'm a lot happier with the islands. That big island on the left, I'm really happy that I've kind of shortened the height a bit, because that's just going to create a hell of a lot more room for SPS corals to grow on the top, because I really didn't have much space with it before, because like I said earlier, there was only like about 3-inch gap or something, so not a lot of room. But yep, I think that's perfect. Really happy with it. Just got to get some sand. I've still got a flipping shitload of stuff to get, really, like, so it's going to be a while, but like everything, we'll get there in the end. So, okay, well, thanks to all the people that have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. But that's it for now. Till next time, thanks for watching, bye bye.